What is up, guys? It is Christ, and we are finally back with another video. I am finally over my sickness. Don't worry, it was not the virus that shall not be named. Actually, I don't know. It could have been. Sure lasted a long time. It was like 2 weeks. But, so I'm overall in a much better position than I was a couple weeks ago. So you may notice that this setup has changed, and that's because my laptop fell off my entertainment center and broke the HDMI cord. So I was previously running it off of my TV, and now I can't do that, so I have to run it off my laptop in the same sort of way. However, I did not like how close it was before, so I moved it back a little bit. So yeah, there's that. It pisses me off because I just bought like a $30 keyboard and mouse, and I really like them, and now like I can't hardly use them at all, so I'm sort of like forcing myself to use them at this point. So anyways, today you guys may have seen it by the title. We are going to be checking out Nightwish, the Carpenter. Now, this is one of only 2 songs that were actually requested last time I did a Nightwish song. I know it's been a long time. So, please make sure you guys are suggesting requests in the comment section below. Do not suggest any from the new album, though, because I will be doing an album reaction and review for that. So I want to keep that album unspoiled, which is the reason I haven't done any of the singles off of it. So, yeah, so without further ado, let's check out Nightwish, the Carpenter. Now, I did some looking on the lyrics, and turns out this is actually, I had suspicions, but this is actually about potentially the life and aftermath of Jesus Christ, so we'll see. Without further ado, let's get started. Hopefully this doesn't get blocked.
Good evening, beautiful people of the wild South.
I just had a Nightwish video get blocked from a long time ago.
Are you enjoying our time machine? Yeah? Well, we're going back a long way now. We're going to go back to the late 17th century. This was a big hit in China at the time, and it's a song all about carpentry.
Oh, okay. So this is actually a modern rendition of a song from a long time ago. That's not the audio on my part, that's YouTube. The low end is really nice, I really like that. Like that acoustic, it's nice. Ooh, the bass is nice too.
Who are you? Man condemned to shine a salvation throughout the centuries.
I'm not used to someone else singing. This is nice. At least the leads.
Was the wine of the grail too sour for man to drink? The carpenter cut his anchor on the dying soul of mankind. On the tomb of this unknown soldier, lay the tools of the one who for us had died. Tools of the carpenter, the one they lit.
Ooh, that switch from distortion to acoustic is nice. That's nice.
Old sick, dream of their precious Savior, and kiss them deep, make them weep over promises of eternal peace. The carpenter caught his anchor on the dying soul of mankind. On the tomb of this unknown soldier, lay the tools of the one who for us had
That acoustics is really nice right now. I really like that. Okay. Ooh, the Middle Eastern influence too. That's a nice touch. Okay. Sorry, I'm not saying anything. I'm just really taking this in. This is nice. It's not the most technical I've heard, but it's really good. The vocal harmonies in this song are really good.
Muchas gracias.
That was really good. I'm gonna say it wasn't the best song I've heard from them. I think Ghost Love Score is probably the favorite song that I've heard so far. That and Master Passion Greed, but this was really up there in terms of just storytelling. This one was a lot easier for me to understand, mostly because I'm familiar with the subject matter. But the musicianship itself was really good. I really liked the contrast between the distorted choruses and the clean acoustic verses. That was a really nice touch. I really enjoyed how the solo was more of a Middle Eastern influence, what would have been around that time period, and so I really appreciated that as well. The drumming was pretty nice, but of course, because of the rest of the music, it wasn't spectacular, but he did have a couple of really nice drum fills in there. I believe it was Tuomas. Do not crucify me in the comments section. I believe it was Tuomas that was actually singing this one. And I thought he did a really, really good job at doing that. And then, of course, he had Floor do the backup vocals and take it over towards the end of the song for a verse. So overall, I thought this song was really, really good. I would give it... There's nothing wrong with it, but as to other things I've heard, I'd give it a 4. I'd give it a 4 because I know what they're capable of, and they can make amazing ballads, intricate, sophisticated ballads, and still be able to have that soft, emotional feel. And I felt like they were kind of stripped back, or they were kind of like held back, or they were more reserved in this one. But then again, that's not a bad thing. There is plenty of songs that I like that are stripped down to their just bare parts. Like, for example, Set Me Free by Avenged Sevenfold. I like Nothing Else Matters by Metallica. Those are songs that are emotional, impactful, but are sort of more stripped back, but still retain the classic sound. So I think that this song definitely falls along those lines. It wasn't my favorite, but it did have some really interesting subject matter as well as musicianship. That being said, let's take a look at some of the lyrics. I'm not going to go over everything, just sort of the stuff that popped out at me. Now, I thought that Nightwish themselves was more of a universalist band, or something of the sort, because they've definitely sort of alluded against religion in the past, and so I'm sort of like wondering why they would make a song like this. And what boggles my mind is that this is talking about it from an either unbiased perspective or someone that actually believes in what they're saying. There's a lot of actually historic things in this song, not just like things that were taken from the Bible, but there was actually some historic things from this. For example, was the wine of the Grail too sour for man to drink? Now, what that line probably implies is that there were people who were after the particular Grail, and so there was people who decided to protect it and hide it from the rest of humanity. Who drank from the Grail receives forgiveness of sins and eternal life in search of the mysterious chalice in which the blood of Christ was collected. Thousands of crusaders were sent according to legend. The Knights of the Round Table owned the cup of the Grail and passed it from generation to generation. I'm not going to read the rest of it. But essentially, it was protected by them. They felt it was too powerful for a normal person, or rather the rest of humanity, to sort of possess. So they protected it and kept it secluded away from everything. Now it says, the Carpenter carved his anchor on the dying souls of mankind, on the tomb of this unknown soldier. Lay the tools of the one for us who had died, tools of the Carpenter. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. We know very little about the life of Jesus Christ in Nazareth, since Joseph, his early father, was a carpenter. Jesus helped him in this work, and he became a carpenter. Now, I actually don't know about this. I'm pretty sure that there's, regardless of whether you are an atheist or not, there's actually historical documents that support the existence of a Jesus. His name was actually Yeshua, but there's actually evidence, regardless of whether you want to believe in the things that he did or not, there's historical evidence to actually support them through Roman documents and things like that. So he did exist, but whether you want to believe in whether he is the savior of mankind or rather just a teacher, that's ultimately up to you. But there's another thing down here that sort of caught my attention. It's, I hear you through the symphonic voices of nature, the purity I could never doubt. They tell me to lie on the grass and observe my Savior, the one crucified, to the chirping of the birds. So this definitely seems like the person who wrote this song sees the existence of a higher power, Jesus, in the universe around him, essentially is what he's saying when he's talking about symphonic voices of nature. They tell me to lie in the grass and observe my Savior. Now, I thought that this was in and of itself just talking about the universe in total until I saw the one crucified to the chirping of the birds. Now, I haven't read too much into it, but there's like some things that happened during the actual crucifixion. There was an earthquake. There's a bunch of other stuff that happened, and this could have been one of them. I'm not sure. I haven't read up on that in a while. But yeah, overall, really good song, excellent subject matter, and they kept it pretty neutral enough that really anybody could appreciate it for either a story or through, I guess, solidification of their particular beliefs. So overall, it was an excellent song. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's their best song, but I really enjoyed it. So without further ado, that's going to be the end of this video, guys. Please make sure you guys are recommending your songs in the comment section below. I do not want to have to go back like months and months and months and pull back some songs. So please recommend them in the comments. With that being said, look forward to more before the album reaction comes. We'll definitely be doing that one though too. Without further ado, we'll see you guys later.